Article has finally come to pass. What does this mean for YouTube and Twitch and other online platforms? This effects will certainly be widespread in the European continents and also all throughout the internet. Considering how much of a partner pays in the entire traffic of the internet. Hello guys, Christine Plays here. In today's video we're going to be talking about how exactly is Article 13 going to affect you, and all of your favorite websites that you visit on a regular basis. And even if you've never heard of Article 13 and you don't live in the Europe region, there's definitely going to be a significant change in the entire internet that will affect you. Now before we begin discussing this topic, we of course need to understand fully what Article 13 is, and what it's going to do, and why is Article 13 in particular is such a big deal, and not Article 10, 11 or 5. So basically Article 13 has everything to do with copyright, and the way that copyright is enforced on the internet. Essentially what happens is when Article 13 goes into jurisdiction, more copyright liability will be offered to websites, such as media sources, and what this means is that general free information flow across to the entire internet will be restricted on multiple big websites that offer free information. Sources sites like Google and YouTube. And the people that are on these websites that are producing these content which offers information from other media sources such as other media outlets and newspaper articles will essentially have to be responsible for the copyright of the information where they got it from. So for example, if there's a third-party company like Google that offers you a news section, they will have to pay every single source of where they got the news from. Channels like this one that offer free information for every single video that you click on would have to deal with the new rules being made by YouTube. In order to get around this new copyright law, this will have heavy effect on YouTube specifically, since people frequently make YouTube videos containing information that has obviously come from all different sources. When Article 13 is finally passed and put into action, YouTube will have to go out of their way to monitor their website to a whole extent to make sure people are legally achieving the copyright permission to spread the information that they have in their video. So basically if you're a YouTuber, and you thought copyright was already an issue, well you have no idea what's coming for you in the coming future. And as for viewers like yourself, especially if you live in Europe itself, you will also be heavily affected of course. The most common knowledge of Article 13 that is most widely renowned by most people is the fact that it has the opportunity to ban memes. Of course this is a pretty vague description of what Article 13 will do. In particular it is actually true since memes are based off of internet content that are usually gotten from third-party sources. You might find a meme online that has the word "E" over a picture of Mark Zuckerberg with someone else's face over it. Well, now that we might get restricted in certain areas of the internet due to the fact that the original screenshot was taken by a media source. Most likely so in a sense it is true that memes are going to be restricted under Article 13. But what about YouTube videos and other internet content? In general, how this will affect everyone on YouTube and all over the internet have been actively protesting against the passing of Article 13. However, the final legislation adopted 348 votes in favor and only 278 against, so regardless of all the outlash, it was passed anyways. And these same people that were using platforms such as YouTube and Twitch will now have to suffer the consequences. And as stated by a member of the parliament himself, it is indeed a dark day for internet freedom. From this point on, all internet users will be reliable for the content that they upload, and this will cause a heavy burden on all popular online services, such as YouTube and Twitch. This is essentially going to restrict all of the internet's access coming from Europe and generally all the websites that are accessed globally, such as everything on YouTube, Google and all other search engines and widely visited websites. If you live in Europe you will be having a hard time to access new information which used to be easy to attain throughout the internet, since companies are not going to want to pay other companies money just to give out free information. It's estimated that over 5 million people were petitioning against the passing of Article 13. And there were over 100,000 protesters in the course of 3 days, but the legislators still passed it anyways. So essentially best the way you can access content on the internet from this point on is going to be vastly different than it was before. How does relationship to other things, such as net neutrality? Well, basically what net neutrality was meant to do was to restrict the internet access to your service providers of the internet itself that would make you have to pay more money to access certain plans of websites. Article 13 on the other hand affects everyone equally. So make sure you leave your opinion on the passing of Article 13 in the comments section below. I would love to hear your thoughts on this topic, and while you're at it, make sure you hit the gray like button and turn it blue, and you will get 10 years of good luck. And if you are new here to my channel, then make sure to hit the subscribe button with post notification on, it would be greatly appreciated. So until next time guys, my name is Christina Play signing off, goodbye.